Hello? Hi. Hello? Hi. Hello? Hi. I'm just testing the microphone. Um, Nobody's here, so the only people that will hear this are VOD watchers, I suppose. Um, Let me see. I want to pull up my own stream so that I can see what's going on and see if any of the audio is coming through. Speaking so softly, hopefully it'll actually pick up on the microphone. Okay, so last night I collected some images of St. Thomas's Church because I want to model it. And it turned out to be surprisingly difficult to capture it from all angles and make sense of it. It's a really weirdly shaped building. It's got like these things. It's got a big round area. It has a spire. It's got like a quad shape, square base. And then we have another step down to another like area. And then we have another one of these. And then off that, there's another one. So you can see it over here. Comes down. And then behind, you have like cool designs on the bricks and stuff. And these like tunnel openings or something. I don't know. I don't know what they are. Little arches. Cool circular buildings with a... I don't know what that shape is called. Trefoil? I think it's a trefoil. Yeah, because it's not a quatrefoil. What else? Yeah, I think this was an addition to the building because they didn't have disability access before. So that, I don't know if I should model that or just leave it like the original. No, I think I'll model it. It'll be easy. And oh yeah, the top view, which will actually show, give me some idea of how to model this thing. And then an old picture I found. It's taken from over here. And in real life, I wouldn't be able to get a picture like this because there's actually like shops like here, and there's a fence that just blocks the view. So there'd be no chance of seeing the church. But you can see it here. This old photo. It's like the church used to like have a prominent face towards this cardinal direction, but it was just covered up over the years. So all you can see now is these little arches behind. It's a sneak between the trees. Yeah, just go sneak off to the right there. But there's still plenty of viewing angles from this side. You can see where you can get the hedge. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna start this because it's really complicated. I wanted to use the Bezier curves and see if I could, like, you know, just trace the curve and then have a brick object that I made follow the curve and then stack those up and create it out of stacked Bezier curves being followed by bricks. Or I could create the bricks and then use an array modifier in an arc to get that. Or I could just use a cylinder and then texture it with something. So there's so many different ways to do this. I'm not sure how to go across, like which approach to do. It really depends on how much detail I want, because I can just throw together something really quickly. But what if I want all these little cornices and moldings and pillars? Like one of those pillars could take me like 20 minutes to model, and then getting it integrated with the rest of it, trying to figure out the geometry, very difficult. So what will I start with? Like I've got this already, but it's really inaccurate. I just threw it together before I even had photos, just so I could get an idea of where to put the photos in the scene. Yeah, I think I'll remake this thingy. If you're wondering what the red is, it's the back face of the reference images. I couldn't figure out how to turn back face culling on, but I can turn on face orientation, so I don't accidentally look at the photo through the wrong way and think that it's reversed. Here I'm just using really basic cylinders to block it out based on the top photo. See, that's going to be a protruding little triangle thingy. That's SZ0, if anyone's wondering about tooltips. I wish I had some orthographic photos so I wouldn't just have to guess at the height. I looked it up online and it said like 50 meters, so I put the top image roughly near 50 meters, but who knows if that's gonna be accurate. Alright, extrude that upwards and merge it at the center. Same goes for the other one. I don't think they're the same height, are they? No, far from it. Far from it. Yeah, it seems about right. I love using the knife tool because it feels like I'm doing surgery on a polygon. A lot of this accuracy really isn't necessary. I could just be doing this with booleans, but I just enjoy playing with topology. Like, that's the whole reason I'm using Blender, is because I enjoy playing. So I wouldn't just randomly decide not to play, because it would be faster to not... I could just look at a picture of the church. I don't need to make this in Blender. Join the two together so I can merge vertices. Move this up. See, I could even be more accurate and use snap tools if I wanted to, but it doesn't need to be accurate. Or does it? Let's make it a little bit more accurate. Let's get all these in the same exact alignment. Okay. Was there any need to do all of that? Probably not. No, I think some of it will survive. What I'm doing by just dragging this around, by the way, is I'm checking for inadvertent hidden faces that shouldn't exist. Because whenever you're doing lots of polymodeling, faces can tend to overlap each other. And if you extrude without remembering to properly cap it, you can end up with just lots of faces floating everywhere. Very annoying. Kind of messes up your geometry and your edge loops. Yeah, so let's just go straight back, huh? Does this go back or is it still around? Seems like this has the cutoff. And so does that. Does it have it on the... Ah, that's a good angle. So it has a 90-degree there. Yeah, I think I'll cut the backs off both of those. And see how it looks. Maybe rebuild them later. Alright, so that goes straight into one of the triangle things. Maybe let me ignore the triangles for now. And I'll just do the basic building. Yeah, even ignore the tower. Okay. So that's part of the big. It's like there's another ship intersecting the entire building. See, whenever I would watch streamers, just like casually scroll through them and see them not talking, I'd be like, wow, they're such bad streamers, they're not even talking. But now that I'm streaming, I'm like, who the hell would want to talk while streaming? If there was a chat, it would be different. Let me check. Is there anyone in chat? One watching now. Is there someone watching? If you're watching, say hi in chat. One view. You know what? This is getting closer. A lot closer, a lot faster than I thought it would. What was I even lining up with? Oh, I don't need this. That's another benefit of having your face direction shown. You're actually able to tell when things are facing the wrong direction. Oops. Yeah, if we wanted to see from within the church, we would need those to be solid. Although, it's probably more likely we'll be seeing the church from underneath in a render than from inside with interior walls too. I don't think we're gonna have those. Surprisingly skinny tower. Okay, so how tall do you think it should be? Maybe not that tall. Okay, so I like the tapering starts where the roof ends, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. Seems accurate-ish, at least. Yeah, we should join these. Okay. Oof. What is going on? Alright, so that's all connected. I didn't realize. Why are you collapsing? Oh, that's why. Shoosh. You know what? I think this will do that. Yeah. And then I want to do yes, nice. Then we can do the same thing on the Y. And if you're wondering, there really is no need to be doing any of this. It's so extra. So these just straight up intersect. Huh? Oh, I think... Is this what I'm not seeing? Yeah, the back, coming back. Yeah, let's do that on the other side. Just spamming it now. I don't know what's wrong with this and why it's not shaded properly. Is it shaded properly in real life? Have I done it how it exists in real life? Hmm. I'm just not seeing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the drawing board here. Let's get a prettier matte cap on here. Ooh, very nice. It's like slams into triangle and then roof. Like there's another triangle that I'm unaware of thus far. Is that even a real triangle? Is that a false? This might be a false triangle. Yeah, so it curves around and then goes into roof. Yeah. Straight into roof. And then it gets interrupted by the secondary triangle shape. It doesn't flow into the triangle shape like I'd modeled. I don't know how they did that. What's going on? That's all downhill. Right, I was mistaken. So Hold on, 1 second.